Hello, everyone. You read King Trident's Tribe if you didn't know by now. If you didn't mean to be here, you probably should leave. I'm just joking. Hold on, let me set up my thing so I can see the chat that I never can see. How's everybody doing? Y'all ready for the mystery message? Hi, Chiza. Hey, Jennifer. Hey, Chrissy P. My sister, Liz. What's going on? You didn't put me in timeout, did you? Hey, Stella. Hey, Amy, Heather. How are y'all doing? Hey, Cherise. I'm excited for you to be here too. Yeah, 300-second timeout with stale popcorn and nasty butter. Hey, Carolina. Oh, what am I doing here? I need somebody to like run this thing for me because evidently I don't know how to do this. It's funny, you want Liz, you want some stale popcorn and nasty butter? Hey, Alina. Where is this? Hold on a minute. I'm trying to bring up this, I'm having user technical difficulties. Why is that thing live? Oh, here we go. This thing's stupid. Yeah, tech support. Evidently, I'm just a guy with a computer. If you're a girl with a phone, I'm a guy with a computer that's not able to work it correctly. I'm trying to get this thing to work so that way I can see a lot better, but hold on a minute. Let me see if your computer's stupid like your DM. He actually probably ain't very stupid. He just needs to get his shiz together, huh? Okay, hold on a minute. Events. Let's see here. Live control. Here we go. Come on. Come on, Linda. Oh, I guess this is as good as it's gonna get. All right. I got it together here. Hey, Amy. Clever in other ways, yeah. All right, let's go over some ground rules. So hold all your questions till after the message, of course, because if not, then you're gonna have to write them in there again. But once my message is done, I'm gonna open it up for Q&A, and you can just put a king symbol before the question. Stella or one of the mods, you guys want to show them the king sign so that way that everybody knows what to put before the question? Hey, Madonna. Yeah, date night with me. Yep. So like Divine Light and Love, Oracle, and Chiza, those are king symbols. Put those king symbols before the question so that way it makes it easier for me to like find the questions because as you can see, I can barely operate this computer. So finding questions is gonna be nearly impossible for me. And then just in case there is anybody donates or anything, put Trident symbols out. You know, Liz, she puts hearts. I want Trident symbols, so show them the Trident symbol. Hey, Kanda. Hey, Soul Healing Intuition. Pumpkin. We don't put this. It's not Halloween. Wrong. Huh. Yeah, the Trident symbol. There you go. The trident, Amy, is the trident symbol. Somebody put some trident symbols in there so people can see what the trident symbol is. I'm about to educate you guys on the trident. There you go. Yeah, there we go. Nanette, Layla, Alita, your DM's missing in action. There's probably a few of them that's missing in action. They probably ain't missing. They probably at the circus handing out peanuts. Oh, your chat froze, Liz. Sorry. Yeah, we're having kind of bad weather here. Hey, Mommy Love. Hey, Emily. Hey, Mia. Yes. See those peanuts? If they smart, they'll brand them so they can make some money off of them. You kicked your DM off the planet. That's funny. Nah, that second's not our monkey. That's funny too. Hey, Butterfly. You're welcome. You're welcome for date night. I wouldn't want to be on a date with anybody else. Instead of having one divine feminine, I have probably 54 of them in this room. Hey, Ivana. You can't find the emoji. Man, you need to get Rachel that's like show you emojis. Yeah, I agree, Medina, there's a shift. Everybody's funny because laughing is the medicine of God. It's way better to laugh than it is to cry or frown or anything else. It's the medicine to healing. And of course, Archangel Raphael is here for healing. Hi, Ivy. Hey, Hobby. Yep, Hobby, you said you're having headaches and pressure. Yep. Right now, I think we're going through Mars retrograde, which goes from, I think, a day or two ago till all the way to October. So you're probably going to have some of those symptoms. Do you find yourself doing things your twin would do, like face or mouth expression? I don't think so. I mean, maybe I just don't notice that. Did everybody survive Guided by Angels Liz sex cards? Man, y'all make me laugh. Every time y'all talk about that, it just makes me it's just so funny. Chrissy says boobies. I'm surprised y'all actually made it to my live event. There we go. Trident. Jennifer got it. We probably will. We probably do mirror emotionally. I mean, we do. Yeah, booyah. There wasn't nobody blushing. You guys were ranting her on. Y'all were making Liz. She went from like 100 to like 1,000 probably in energy. She cracks me up. But you know what? I'm not going to be able to compete with her energy, but I have coffee, and that's going to be somewhat comparable. So who's ready for the mystery message? I had to leave Guided by Angels live event because I was falling behind on my responsibilities of making sure that this mystery message was taken care of, and so I had to cut it short in that other event. Debbie said I'm almost as cute as I don't think so. She's way cuter than me. Plus, she has sex cars. Yeah, it's a big cup of coffee. Because I plan on going as long as I usually go probably a little over an hour, but this time I'm gonna go as long, probably at least 2 hours if needed, maybe longer. Depends. I'm giving back to you guys today. I'm brilliant. Thanks, Amy. I wasn't brilliant about getting my computer set up. 4 a.m. Well, Brent said used to staying up that late and going out and partying, right? I gotta give y'all. Hey, Jennifer. Kanda loves the sex. Are you in Liz's channel, Kanda? Debbie, you're on vacation? Or you need a vacation? Hey, Wonder Twins. We have flaws, is okay. Yeah, we're all God's children, right? Chizza needs a vacation from her son. Yeah, I agree, Carolina. Liz is my soul sister. And here we're the soul tribe with the soul power. Hey, Amy, Aussie land, beautiful. Yeah, 60 in the house. All right. So I'm about ready to go ahead and unveil the mystery message. If everybody's ready for that. Who's ready? Hey, Rashini from New Zealand. Yeah, boy, the energy is high. I'm going to tell you right now, this message might be getting a little bit serious. So I can't remember who it was that said, I think it was Freemax, said I look serious in my videos. Yes, I am. It depends on the message with how serious I get. But I have to, I was actually told by the archangels that I need to step more into my leadership ability and be more assertive. So that's a little added information for you guys. Hey, Ivana from New Zealand. Serious face. Yeah, if I get serious, you might have to put me in timeout. Christy from Texas, Amarillo. Yeah, I've been there. That's a pretty cool place. Liz gonna keep me in check. What'd she say? Hold on, man. Let me look. Somebody says, got the whip ready. Ooh. Was that like in your sex cars, the whips? You brought the whips? Dang. 500-second timeout. All right. So I appreciate everybody showing up to my channel and or my live event. And I appreciate the fact that how high the vibrations are, not only in my channel, but Stella Divine Light and Love Oracle, her channel, and then also Guided by Angels, Liz's channel. You know, I always bounce back and forth between those two channels because I call them my soul sisters and they kind of keep me in check. Fishy shades of King Trident. I think there's only one shade, and that's what you're seeing right now. What's up, Katie Faith? Also, I support Melanie at Whole Again in 1111. She's helped me a lot with my journey, and actually was one of the first ones to reach out to me, which I really appreciate a lot. And I just wanted to give you guys thanks because my channel is really not my channel, it's really y'all's channel. And you know, the reason why I'm doing these videos is for helping out others and helping you guys out. And I mean, I really only thought, and I tell this all the time, but I really only thought that I was gonna get 20 subs on my channel, and now I have thousands of people on my channel, subscribed to my channel, and I'm like, it's really mind blowing to me, and I'm really humbled, and I mean, I just really appreciate the support that I have, and I'm gonna continue doing these videos, no matter what. I mean, even if, for instance, for example, even if I got into union, somebody asked, and I said this on one of my videos. This channel is is to help other people, help people out. It's not. This is not a dedication to my twin, or this. I'm not doing this for my twin. I'm doing this for me, because this is my journey. This is my mission, and my mission. Part of my mission is to provide healing from a distance, and that's what I'm doing right now. So I really appreciate the love and support, love and light that you guys are providing, and whether you know it or not, I mean, as much as I'm helping you guys out, you're actually helping me out too. You know, you actually help like develop me into the king. Well, actually, as Stella told me yesterday, whenever I was talking to her, I'm ascending into my emperor power, which, initially I never even knew anything about the difference between a king and an emperor, or an empress and a queen. I didn't know anything about that. Well, I didn't know anything about twin flames either, but obviously, I'm learning. So I really appreciate the love and support that you guys are providing me, and even educating me on things that I might not be as up to date on as you divine feminines are, because you guys, you're well ahead of the divine masculines, and I'm really appreciative. Anyway, hey Renee. All right. When Liz the guys with the whip, yeah. Don't whip me too hard, please. I still have to do this message. Anyway, so the mystery message. So it was brought to one of my attention by a follower, that it might be a message that you guys need to hear about vulnerability, and about being vulnerable. And I mean vulnerable, in the way of, the divine masculines, they have a real tough time being vulnerable. And that's one of the reasons why, in one of my videos this week, whenever I was talking about, you need to be receptive, you need to not be the Queen of Swords. Well, that's kind of why, is because, one of their lessons that they're learning is how to be vulnerable. And I'm going to go into the message and explain it a little bit more. But if you're in the Queen of Swords energy, and they're trying to learn how to be vulnerable, and you're in that defensive mode where you're ready to stab them, don't expect them to come forward, because as much of a brick that they probably were, when they're in their king energy, they're in a totally different energy, and they're not going to be receptive to stepping forward and having any communication at all, because they ain't going to want to get cut. They ain't going to want to risk it. So, but anyway, we're going to move on to the message. All right. So being vulnerable is not easy for anyone. I'm sure that even divine feminines have, hold on a minute. What does that say? I just want to see what this is. Anyway, some low vibrational comments. That's cool. We're going to keep moving, and I'm not going to stop. So anyway, being vulnerable is not easy for anyone. I know that even divine feminines have a difficult time with being vulnerable. I mean, I think that as humans, we have a difficult time being vulnerable. But But the masculines, they are, it's especially difficult for them to be vulnerable. And the reason being is from a young age, masculines are indoctrinated to basically these kind of sayings: be a man, a real man don't cry, and teased if they show their emotions. These are things that or the masculines, because they're not very divine, and they're not divine until they actually get into their king energy. So I realized that I was saying that the other day, and I won't call them divine masculines until, because jokers ain't divine. So the masculines, um, masculines have a really difficult time with this, because of that. And for some, it's more severe than others. But no matter the severity, what that does is it causes them to detach at an early age from their emotions and detach from any and all vulnerabilities. Or vulnerabilities, or being vulnerable is categorized as a weakness. As everyone knows, masculines don't like to be seen as weak. And that's one thing that, makes it really difficult, going along the journey is opening themselves up to be vulnerable. So I'm not telling you these things for sympathy, but to understand why your DM or your masculine exhibit specific behaviors. Because I had a comment in one of my videos this week, actually a couple comments. They were low vibrational comments, kind of like the one that got a timeout with some stale popcorn and nasty butter. About the comment was about the DF always having to coddle the DM. And one other comment says, if I'm in the Queen of Swords, he better step up. If you've been conditioned all your life that vulnerability and being vulnerable is a weakness, think how difficult it would be to be vulnerable and reach out to attempt contact when you exhibit unwelcoming behaviors. Those behaviors are low vibrational and not of the light. If I was either of those individuals, either of the feminines that made that comment, if I was their DM, I wouldn't make contact due to the fact that I am a king and of the light and high vibrational. And those behaviors, for one, are not a vibrational match to me. And I'm not looking for a princess. And I will not give my time to a princess that plays princess games. I want a queen, and I get a queen. No matter if it's my divine feminine or somebody else, a soulmate or whatever, I'll get a queen. I talk about DMs in the Joker energy. But divine feminines, this is your Joker-esque energy. I'm going to go a little bit off topic here. I'm not saying that you shouldn't protect yourself, not put up boundaries, or not validate the energy that your DM is in. You don't have to be in the Queen of Swords or highly defensive and cold to figure this out. Well, I'll take that back. If you're a princess, yes, you need to exhibit the Queen of Swords and cold behavior. But y'all are queens and ascending to be empresses. Y'all have mad power. You know what kind of power you have? You got soul power. A queen or an empress can be open, receptive, and welcoming, and know if your DM is a king or a joker. Y'all are highly intuitive naturally. From a young age, y'all are intuitive. The feminines are extremely intuitive. You guys are born natural investigators. When you step into your power, those abilities are heightened, meaning y'all can smell a king 10 miles away. Kind of like if it was roadkill. You can sense intuitively and feel his energy, watch his behaviors, and listen to how a DM talks. Worst case, if the toy shows up not new in the box, send it back. You don't have to be in the Queen of Swords to do that. That's part of setting boundaries, healthy boundaries. And those healthy boundaries start with you. Queen of Swords don't set healthy boundaries. Queen of Swords just looking to stab somebody, or be not receptive, or not be loving, not be caring, not be understanding. So setting boundaries, so those are non-negotiable. If a DM you tell the DM to show up as a king and embody king energy, and if you don't, then I'm sending you back to the circus, and he can continue to hand out peanuts and Slurpees. And not just say it, but do it. Do it. Follow through with your actions. If your words don't match your actions, they ain't a hill of beans. This is healthy energy exhibited by a queen. And I personally would come in, if that was my divine feminine and I was in communication, or communication was open, I would come in and swoop up my queen, set a day, time, place, and take my queen out, because it helps reduce the stress of reaching out and being vulnerable, and it makes it become a little bit easier. When your DM is in his king energy, he will see how he viewed being vulnerable wrong. That what he was taught was inaccurate. That being vulnerable is a strength, not a weakness. It's a balance of energy. It's the ability to have compassion and understanding of others. It's the ability to be in an emotional state with the queen, with your queen, and be her rock. Vulnerability is what I exhibit every video or live event with each of you. Let me tell you, it was very difficult to get to the point that I am today. I never in a million years thought I would be sharing not even a quarter of this information with anyone, nevertheless on YouTube. One of the most difficult tasks that I had to work on was being vulnerable. But I do it to help others, and for no other reason but to be the light and to help others. Because this is my mission. My mission is to help others and help heal others. And I don't even do it for union. I don't do it for union. I could care less, to be honest. Because as Stella, my soul sister, would say, I'm serving, not swerving. Your DM will do the same, but you must, and I mean must, do your part. Embody your queen or empress power and really own it. I mean, step into it and be passionate about it. It's a mentality, how you walk, how you talk, how you think, and your routines. If you do this along with trusting your intuition and divine and your angels, then just know divine timing is on your side. Let's embody the light and be, what did I say? Well, that's what happens when my marker runs out. There goes my chicken scratch. All right. Well, evidently I need to get a new marker. So anyway, I'm at the end of my message, but let's embody the light and be receptive and shine your light and have unconditional love. Unconditional love is so important. I had somebody on one of my videos a couple of days ago say that that's a fairy tale. Low vibrational. It's only a fairy tale if you don't want to embody it. And you know what? It's a world of free will, and you don't have to embody it. But it's in the highest good. And it needs, and has, you have to do that. If you want to be in a queen energy, you have to embody unconditional love. That doesn't mean you need to let people walk over you. That doesn't mean that you just forgive and forget people hurting you. No. You forgive people for yourself and have unconditional love and pray for the angels to come and help them and for God to bless them. And if they don't want to change, well, hey, you know the old saying, don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you, right? And then you just turn and walk away. And you go continue to help out other people that actually need help. So anyway, that's the end of my message. And hopefully it resonated with you guys, you ladies. And sorry for the ending, my chicken scratch. So my trusty old Crayola marker is like, evidently it's foobarred now. So anyway, you guys are very welcome. I really appreciate, like I said before, bye, Katie. I appreciate your love and support. And now I'm going to go ahead and open it up to my Q&A. So what y'all got to say? I know y'all got a lot of stuff to say because y'all are all like excited because of Liz's sex cards that she put out. All right, let me see. Let me make sure that I didn't miss anything. All right, so I guess this is the first one. So Butterfly says, Matt, are you ready for your DF? Butterfly, I think you can answer that for yourself. What do you think? You tell me what you think. Let me see here. This thing likes to jump around. Who got, what's this person say? Debbie, you said I'm doing my very best. I think you meant best. To stay in your power. You don't think you're in a Queen of Swords. Don't feel I am. But that's not a question though. But Ivana, make sure you put a king symbol in there so I can find your question. I just found it, but you asked, does cross-watching your twin tarot readings count as stalking? if you're watching them and you watching what they're doing, I mean, stalking, right? I mean, the only way of not stalking them is whenever you don't have any kind of care in the world. You got to be in the mindset, you're good if they're with you, and you're just as good if they're not. Oh, you guys are cracking me up. Let me make sure I'm getting everybody's. Chisholm says, does the masculine feel when you post things on your social media to secretly send a message to them without others getting involved? Honestly, I don't really care what my divine feminine, I mean, this is my take on it. I really don't care what she posts on her social media. I don't even care about social media. And I could actually really care less, to be honest. But I mean, maybe a divine, not a divine, but a masculine that's not in his king energy, yeah, he's going to care. He's going to do the same thing that most people do, and, trying to find out what exactly their feminine is doing, and, cross-watching, like Ivy said, and, that's the kind of energy they're going to be in. But whenever they reach into being a king, they're thinking with a different mentality. They're thinking with an abundant mentality where, you know what, I'm good if you're with me, but I'm just as good if you're not with me. Meaning that, you know what, I'm gonna like keep going along with my purpose. And you know what, if you don't want to align your energy with me and you don't want to be with me, then oh well. You know what, I'm serving and not swerving, as Stella would say. I'm gonna take that from Stella. So, I mean, honestly, if they're in their king energy, they ain't gonna care. Because I know I don't really care, and I actually dislike social media a lot. Actually, I don't even really want my IG account that I have associated with this channel, but I have it for you guys. So, all right, going down. Soul Healing says, does the masculine experience telepathy? Yes. I have telepathic communication with my divine feminine. I can't say that it's all the time or at will, but I do. And, meditation actually helps strengthen those abilities. And meditation does a lot of things, but it strengthens those abilities, and it actually helps you with communicating with the angels too. Melissa says, we love Matt because he balanced, and sometimes we think breast. Oh, you guys crack me up. This is my favorite date night. I feel like it's my birthday or something. Not that I want it to be my birthday because I'm getting older, but so Sekiri says, so is letting go completely letting go of these videos as well? Yeah, I mean, you don't really, honestly, what it is like, you don't want to be watching tarot card readings 24 hours a day. I mean, you don't want to have any kind of codependency. And so letting go is letting go. I mean, letting go and just be passionate about your life, passionate about your journey, passionate about your deliberate development, passionate about your self-improvement and healing. You're focused totally, all your energy is on yourself. And you know what? You're like a train that's on a track, and ain't nothing gonna slow you down. That's the best way I can describe it. Yeah, I agree, Liz. She says, no, see, you're healing from these videos. Yeah. I mean, my videos are different than the tarot readings, because mine are intuitive messages that I'm getting. I'm not sitting here trying to tell you what your DM's doing on a daily basis or spying on them or anything like that. You're not becoming dependent upon me. I'm actually helping develop you. I'm helping you understand the divine masculine's perspective, the road that they've traveled, and so that way that it can help you get it when you come into union. You already have an understanding in your head exactly what they're going through. Thanks, Amy. You're amazing too. Nanette says, how do we demonstrate that we are not in the Queen of Swords energy if we aren't communicating in 3D? Well, there's several ways, Nanette. So it depends on your situation, of course. So if you have open lines of communication, if one party never said, or one of the parties, the feminine or the masculine, didn't set boundaries saying never call me or never communicate with me or anything like that, or you guys just split and didn't put any of those boundaries in place, well, obviously, you still have open lines of communication. So if you wanted to reach out, you can. If he wanted to reach out, he could. So, I mean, if that's the case, and you intuitively feel inside that your spirits are pushing you to communicate, it doesn't hurt to send a message to them that's straight to the point with no expectations attached to the message. That way they don't feel like that they're forced to reach out to you if they're in like low vibrational energy. And if they are in the king energy, man, I don't even have to tell you, because it's just gonna happen. So, but if you do have boundaries in place, you need to respect the boundaries that were put in place by the person that put them in place. And whenever they feel that they are receptive and they've stepped into their power and they're no longer a joker handing out peanuts, and they are in the king energy riding in on the white horse, then they'll lower those boundaries and they'll reach out. Yeah, that's right, Liz. Just do you. That's great advice. All right. I agree, Gigi. That was a good question. Christy says self-care, self-love. I agree. 100%. If you're not whole with yourself, well, then if you're not whole with yourself, you're just setting yourself back. You're setting yourself back. You're not helping out divine timing. Like I've explained before, this journey is like the development of a butterfly, because you both start out as caterpillars, and then you go into the cocoon, and then when you come out as a butterfly, well, then you're ready. And basically, once you get to that 89-90% of self-improvement, development, and healing, then you're ready to come into union, and it allows divine timing to sync you guys up to run it. It doesn't matter. You're going to get synced up by divine timing. There's a reason why it's called divine timing. Somebody says good. Let's see here. I agree, soul healing. I think the twin flame journey is amazing too, and not even for the love story, because it helps you understand your purpose and your mission. And if you're a twin, it's not about the love story. That's only like not even a quarter of what this journey is about. And that's why it cracks me up when people always talk about twin flame journey, because the only thing they know is the notebook. That's the only thing they know. I mean, I just get a really good laugh about it. Yes, twin flames are blessed, Juniper, Rachel. Yeah, I agree, soul healing. It's about the divine reconnection to love. It's magical. Reconnecting with love within yourself. Melissa says I want to know about a reading of my DF and DMs. I am so strong from Liz. I am way okay with him gone, and I want to know about me. Yeah, well, date yourself, Melissa. You'll learn a lot about yourself. Debbie says, what about his free will? Can he stay in free will if he really does and want to this connection? Well, yeah, it's free will. I mean, people can pick what they uh, what they want, what journey they go down. But I will say this, you know, if it's meant to be, meaning that uh, it's blessed by God and the divine uh, needs to sync you guys up to fulfill a journey, a purpose, a mission, then it will be done one way or another. And, you know, for me, like I told you several times, you know, last summer, I went through dark night of the soul. You know, I totally tried to forget about my divine feminine. You know, I cut out phone numbers. I deleted everything that had to do with her. And then around the end of May, June timeframe, you know, I went through that dark night of the soul, and man, it just kind of smacked me around, you know, whipped me into shape, as Liz would say, and opened my eyes up. Um, you guys remember to put um, king, the king symbol before your question, so that way I can find it a lot easier. Redhead stepchild. What are you saying? It says, by being the best you through self-love, trusting yourself, doing all you can to become confident, positive, self-esteem, etc. You're healing yourself. What if the DM contacts you and you're not ready? If the divine masculine contacts you and you're not ready, well, I'm sure that you'll know that if for me, I know from my experience, I know that it's pretty easy for me to understand that my divine feminine is not ready. I mean, for one thing, I can feel her energy, and intuitively, I feel some things going on. And furthermore, I feel like that my divine feminine is more in the masculine side of energy, which is why I understand, you know, I understand what exactly, if you're a divine feminine, what you're going through. So, if your divine feminine is not ready, then you need to do the same thing. I mean, you need to move on with your purpose in life. So basically, you need to serve instead of swerving. So, I mean, stay on your path. Don't adjust your path. You stay in your, if you're divine masculine, you stay in your king energy. You stay in your king energy, and you don't lower your energy for anyone. And you make them either align to you and step into their queen energy, or if they don't, then move on. That's what you do. Let's see here. Debbie says, "How do I know?" I don't know what you're talking about, Debbie. How will you know? I can't remember everybody's question, so if you ask, I don't remember what you asked. Can can you uh, can you specify what you mean? Shelly says, do you get constant signs reminders of your DF in the 3D? Yes, I do. Yep. Actually, this week I got some, and I'm just gonna say some. That's all I'm gonna say, because there's some information that along my journey that's just private from my journey, from myself, and um, but yeah, to answer your question, yes, I do. And I always get signs from music. I will say that. Matter of fact, all my messages that I write, the ones that I like, the one I read to you guys tonight, I get through music. Um, where is um? Red Stepchild says, "You are still on your own healing journey. Will rejecting him blow future chances of coming together?" No, it's just roles are reversed. I mean, I think divine feminines are ahead of the divine masculines. I mean, you know, it can be roles can be reversed. Like in my case, where I'm in my king energy right now, but you know, these are principles that can be applied no matter if you're a divine masculine or a divine feminine. It's just the roles are reversed, but the principles are the same. Once again, Debbie, I don't know what you're talking about. You said when. Um, oh my God. Heather says, if I'm getting lots of signs, does that mean that my DM is getting signs too, but he doesn't say anything about it? Um, I mean, both people get signs. It's whether or not you're consciously aware. It's whether or not you're consciously aware of the signs. I mean, you get numbers, you hear their names, you see, you maybe see your spirit animal whenever you talk about them, or um, you um, you get certain signs maybe through social media. There's just all kinds of things, and it's gonna all be it's all gonna be unique to your journey. And just because somebody else gets certain signs doesn't mean that's the signs you're gonna get. But yeah, to answer your question, yeah, there will be getting signs. Sekri says, DM says he wants to be friends with benefits, yet his friends who have the same relationship are soon to be married. Is that giving peanuts, or is it having trouble expressing himself? Sounds to me like he's still in Joker energy, to be honest, and that he probably has. What I feel right now is that your divine masculine has healing to do in the aspect of love, and that he's scared of people loving him and getting attached in a relationship, and probably can't have a healthy relationship until he's able to feel it, to heal it, and heal those deep wounds that are inside of him that's causing him to run from love, because that's kind of what he's doing. That's what he's doing right now. Yes, there are crowns before clowns. No clowns. Send the clowns back to the circus. I'll make sure I got everybody's questions. Nope, Kanda, we never do forget them. Shelly says, friends with benefits, most definitely Joker energy. uh, hey, y'all, make sure you put the king symbols before your questions so I can find them. I see a few that don't have, and I'm not trying to skip. I don't want to skip over your questions, but I'm trying. It makes it easier for me to find them. Alan says, I'm not on social media anymore, and I don't know how I will. I don't know how will my DM will communicate with me. We go to the same school, but I never see him around. Believe me, Alan, if you're divine masculine, if he wants to communicate, I'm sure he knows lots of ways to get a hold of you. I know, I know that my divine feminine knows lots of ways to get a hold of me. Probably more ways than I even know she knows how to get a hold of me. Perna says, do things really find a place by the universe on their own when both twins come into balance within? Does this question mean I'm doubting my journey? Well, it sounds to me like, I'm going to answer your last question first. It does sound to me like you're doubting the journey. What do you think? Do you feel like that you're doubting the journey? Do you feel like that you are trusting into trusting in your own intuition and um, and the divine and your angel team 100%? Are you able to walk away and never look back and trust that you're going to be put on the correct path? If the answer is no, then you're doubting your journey. And yes, things really do fall into place whenever it's divine timing. Let's see here. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here comes the questions. Butterfly asks, am I open to date again? I mean, maybe, maybe not. I'm just going to leave it at that. I mean, I'm in my king energy. So, I mean, I'm just, I do what's best for me. And, you know, so to answer your question, I'm not going to say that I'm not open to dating again. Megan says, do I believe that it's possible to break the soul contract? For some odd reason, I feel like you know the answer to that question, and you're wanting confirmation from me. So I believe that if it's a contract that's between two people and God, such as a marriage, even though you know, marriage on earth is totally different. But it's still a contract with God. I believe that's something you're probably going to have to fulfill. However, I'm not going to say that it is, and I'm not going to say it isn't, because I'm not God, and there is free will, and you know, if free will is at play, that means that they can go a different direction. So that means that they've picked a different path, and that soul contract just gets thrown out the window, right? But the thing is like I explained before, if it's in the best interest, the highest good, and the divine needs to line two twins up to fulfill a purpose or a mission, then it's going to happen. They're going to put you through the ringer. If you ain't ready, they will make you ready. You'll be forced to listen. Basically, you'll be forced to get your circus training and learn to hand out peanuts properly, so that way that you can become a queen or a king, and step into that, fulfilling that soul contract. Melissa says, can our twin change as we do? Can our twin change? What do you mean by, I'm not sure what you mean by that, Melissa. Can they change? I mean, yeah, they can change. I mean, if you're talking, I mean, if they're in Joker energy, they're changing, they're evolving. And you evolve when you go from being a king to an emperor, or a queen to an empress. So yeah, they can change. Everybody, they have to change. They have no choice. If you're gonna step into your king energy, you have to change. But if you're asking, can they change their mind? Yeah, they can do that too. I just discussed that in my last question about free will. Where is? Hold on a minute. Sorry, thing jumped down. So, um, Secretary says, okay, so we sexted. I feel like I made a mistake. How do I explain we need to go back to how things were? Sorry for all the questions. I do want him to heal, and he's healed a lot since we met. Well, Secretary, for some reason, I feel like that you both have a lot of work to do before you come in a union, and I don't take this personally because I'm not saying that. I'm saying it in a way of unconditional love to try to help you. I feel like that you both have work to do in personal development, personal healing, and personal improvement. Um, and the first thing that I would say is that boundaries need to be set into place. Um, Boundaries need to be put into place, and that's not saying that you can't communicate. You can communicate, but you need to be communicating in a healthy way, meaning that you need to make sure that's not communication that's interfering with your personal development and healing and improvement. And so basically what you need to do is you need to pull back your power and redirect all your energy onto yourself and become the best version of yourself. And that's what I feel intuitively that you both need to do. Debbie says, so my twin's karmic is my daughter. Oh man. She told him that I thought we were twin flames, so he knows. How is he going to get past being with my daughter? Well, I will say that's a very interesting situation, Debbie. I can't say that that he will get past. I mean, I don't know how he feels, and I don't know. I don't know what. Maybe he doesn't want. Maybe he doesn't want. Maybe he wants to be with her. I don't know. I mean, but if you really are twin flames and you're supposed to come into union, then it's like any other karmic. It doesn't matter who it is. They have to go through the lessons and learn those lessons before they come into union. So obviously he still has a lot of lessons to learn. If for one thing he's with your daughter, and then the next thing is it doesn't sound like that he's it doesn't sound like he's adamant or thinking about even leaving. So, oh, thanks, Liz. I appreciate it. I appreciate your loyalty. I appreciate you not putting me in timeout and letting me answer some questions. Candace says she deleted her Facebook, had 5,000 men want to friend me in 3 days. Huh. I don't like Facebook. Yeah, I deleted my Facebook too. I didn't have that many women trying to befriend me, but it wouldn't matter if they did or not. I would still delete it because I can't stand social media. Guy back said Matt's dating me. That's funny. Man, we got some conspiracy theories here. Now Rachel's confirming that I'm dating Liz. Wow. Man, I'm about to take y'all about to not be mods anymore. Y'all up to no good. Shelly says, oh, that's really interesting. So Shelly says she recently dated our twin flame. He taught me more lessons. It's over now, but I'm grateful for our time. Hey Shelly, so that wasn't a question, but I read that because it was interesting. So it sounds to me like that you'd actually dated a soulmate, because sometimes we have to date, when people date other people besides their twins, it's not just karmics. Sometimes we're lined up to date soulmates that teach us lessons to get us into union. So the people that we date are not always bad people. And I see you just verified that's how you feel too. Melissa, Melissa, you're funny. Zachary, you're funny too. Starcy, all right. So the only place I'm getting work is half away the country where. Oh, who donated? Somebody donated. Madonna. Madonna, thank you so much for your donation. Everybody put Tridents in the chat. Tridents. Tridents in the chat. I really appreciate your donation. You're so awesome. So back to the question. So the only place I'm getting work is half away the country where DM lives in his whole town. Is this us as twins trying to manifest a reunion? Could be. I mean, it's not y'all manifesting you. It might be the divine trying to line you back up into union so that you're in the same area. You might still have things that you need to work on. But you're lined up in the area, so that way that you might only have 5 to 10% more healing and self-improvement to do. But once that's done, then the divine, it makes that easier for the divine. It's like chess, moving that chess piece and lining you up for a checkmate. Basically, checkmate would be reunion. You guys are crazy. Thanks, Liz. I'm glad I'm spot on. I'm glad you don't have to whip me into shape. Alan says, do you feel your DF on the 5D? Were you at some point the runner? Yes. I feel my divine feminine on the 5D. I'm very spiritual. I'm very connected with the angels. I meditate and pray a lot, and so yeah, I feel her energy. And yes, we've both experienced being the runner and the chaser. So we've both experienced both aspects. Hey, Jennifer. How are you doing tonight? Let's see here. Dang it, stop jumping around. Where is... All right, this stupid thing wants to jump around. Oh, thank you, Liz. I really appreciate your donation. You're so sweet, my soul sister. Is that because you feel sorry for whipping me? I'm just joking with you. Trident's in the chat, everybody. Trident's in the chat. Trident's for Liz. Let's see here. Let me get back up here and find these questions real quick. Okay, think I'm down here. Let's see here. Butterfly says, Matt, does your twin know that you have a YouTube channel? Yes, She does. I was, I know, I have a feeling that she probably sees all, well, actually, not probably. I know she probably sees all your comments and everything. So, Amy says, do DMs understand the signs that they see? They don't understand them. Depends on what stage of they are in. I mean, I went through 3 awakenings. So, and all my awakenings derived um, from situations that were very huge. Like they were huge events. It jolted me into an awakening. Bye, Liz. Liz, are you leaving? Have a good night, Liz, and I really appreciate your donation. I appreciate you being my soul sister, and we'll have to Skype soon. Email me, Liz. I don't have your email. Oh, VS 1111. Thank you for your donation. I really appreciate it. Trident's in the chat, everybody. Trident's in the chat. Come on, some Tridents. You guys are getting a little bit better. Come on. It's kind of like doing the wave, you know, but you're doing it with Tridents. But back to the question. So, yeah, I mean, they understand some signs. Like, for instance, before my initial awakening, I ran to a soulmate that taught me numbers, and the angels speak through numbers. And she taught me about auras, and she taught me a few other things, but definitely auras and numbers. And so gradually during the awakenings, they start understanding, they start getting more lessons. People come in their life and they start teaching them different lessons and making them understand their own abilities. And so, yeah, they'll evolve into that. I mean, I can't say that your specific DM does, because I don't know where he is in his development. But yes, they will. And I mean, more than likely, they're Googling stuff and they're trying to figure things out. And more than likely, they're not, they're probably not asking many people about this type of stuff, because for one thing, they don't like being vulnerable. Candy, you say you're coming a crystalline being. I'm not sure what that is. I guess I'm an airhead. Chrissy says you lucky you can't find a whip emoji. Nope, she didn't find whip emoji, but she found the donation emoji. Diane says, why is it not easy for the DM to apologize? Probably how he grew up. It's probably his home environment whenever he grew up. A lot of times, some DMs, they don't like to admit when they're wrong. And I mean, that's people in general, but some DMs are egotistical. Some of them, I don't like to use the word loosely, of narcissistic, but have narcissistic tendencies. And they don't like to think that they're wrong. And I used to kind of have some of those similar traits when I was younger, because I mean, as twins, we grow up in broken homes, and we go through a lot of life struggles, like right out of the gate, and that's to kind of heal those family lines, and you got to go through those type of situations to heal. Not only heal other people, and heal your family looms, and there's a lot of reasons for that. So, but more than likely, they grew up in a household where they weren't taught that it's okay to apologize, it's okay being wrong, and so now they have to be reconditioned, just kind of like they have to be reconditioned to learn that vulnerability is not a weakness, it's actually a strength. Um, all right. I think I'm to the bottom. Um, okay. Alan says, how can you know when your DM is sending you love or they want to communicate something? Because the, how you know is they reach out, they send you a message. You know, I mean, it's pretty straightforward. There's no like hidden signs. Like if they're ready to be receptive, they're gonna send you a message. They'll they'll send you a friend request on social media, or they'll text you, or they'll call you, or they'll knock on your door, or whenever you run into each other, they start small talk with you. Um, that's how you know. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. Let's see here. Heather says, how long into your awakening did you form a relationship with your angels and guides? That was Heather. That was the first thing that I developed. Um, was learning to trust into the angels and guides and learn about them. That was the first lesson that I learned in my first awakening. Um, that's whenever I learned about angels speaking through numbers, and you know how numbers equal certain messages, and they mean certain things. And then whenever I learned about like different spirit animals, and just finding synchronicities, and that was the first thing that I learned. So I actually learned that before I learned that way before I met my divine feminine. You're welcome, Diane. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to answer questions and help you guys out. Rebecca says, what are some practical ways to get into the energy of not caring about the outcome? The way I'll tell you how I go about it, and just because this is how I go about it doesn't mean that's how you have to go about it. But the one thing that I do is for one thing, I'm an INTJ, so I'm an introvert. I know everybody probably doesn't think I'm an introvert, but I am, and I like silence. Silence. But anyway, because I like hearing my inner voice, and I like being able to hear the angels. And so one of the ways that I go about it is that I get into a routine. So I before I get up in the morning, I pray, and then depending on the day, I meditate in the morning, either before or after I take my kids to school. Then I go to the gym, and then I will come home and I start doing the things that I need to do for my day, for my purpose, for my mission. Or if I have to go to work, I go to work, or whatever. But I keep that same routine, but I make sure that I always concentrate on the Holy Trinity, mind, body, and soul. And then I integrate that in and make sure that I'm doing that on a consistent basis. And for me, it becomes more easier the more I go along, because now I'm stepping into my mission. And my mission right now is helping out you guys and my soul tribe. And I'm growing and growing and growing and growing, and I'm getting more emails, and I'm getting more coaching sessions, and I'm on here doing live events, and I'm jumping on and helping other people out with their live events. So I'm always doing things, and honestly, it just, my focus is on me and my purpose. And once you step into that power, you don't forget about your divine counterpart, but you kind of just like you just get into that mindset that you're good if they're with you and you're good if they're not with you. I mean, that's the best way I can explain it. Tess says, does the DM and DF have to completely heal before union, or is it an ongoing process? I feel, like I said earlier, so I feel intuitively that you have to be at either the 80 or 90% mark of improved your self-improvement and being healed before you come into union. And once you come into union, it doesn't stop. Like you're continuous, deliberately developing yourself. You're working on your personal improvement, and you're working on your healing, and make sure you stay healed, because it's like anything else. If you don't keep up on the maintenance of your house, what happens to your house? Well, it slowly disintegrates. It slowly will rot away. That's the same thing with anything, with your connection between the two twins, your connection with God, your connection with spirit, your connection with your health. This constant work. You don't stop. You got to keep going. And matter of fact, do that passionately. Let's see here. Come back, question. Why are you running away? All right, let's see here. Starry says, is there a way to tell if your twin is doing their work if you are not in communication and separation? Well, Starry, that's what I was kind of saying is once you focus on your purpose and you start serving and not swerving, then you get into the mindset of you're good if they're with you and you're good if they're not with you. So I mean, the best way of knowing is through the 5D, and being able to through your telepathic communication, through your dream state, prayer, confirmation. But I mean, if you want to get down to like the 3D aspect of like, how do you know in a 3D aspect? I mean, you can always, I mean, I know that people, I don't recommend this, but you can stalk their accounts, I mean, and see what they're posting. But more than likely, if it's fake book, it's fake. They're probably posting something that they totally ain't doing. They're probably posting something that's showing that, hey, their life is so great, when inside they hate their life and they hate the things that are going on. And who knows, they could be going through a dark night of the soul. So, I mean, honestly, you can look for signs, but the only signs that are really the facts, and I'm getting burpy energy, as Liz would say, but the only thing that's facts is your intuition and your guidance from your angels and your prayers. Yara says, also, so what does union truly mean? Some people say different things. What exactly is union we are looking for? Well, what are you looking for? I mean, what does your intuition tell you? I want you divine feminines to start using your intuition. You're very intuitive. You're more intuitive than me. I mean, I'm not saying I'm the most intuitive person, but you're very intuitive, and the answer lies within. So, I mean, if you're asking me, do I feel like that you have to have a 3D marriage? No, I don't believe that. I don't believe that you have to. I believe that I'm in union even when I'm not with my twin. I mean, because I'm connected no matter what. And you know what? Matter of fact, I'm just gonna go back, because I mean, I'm a king, and I told you that I'm gonna get a queen no matter what. Because a king always gets what he wants, one way or another. And the same goes for a queen. queens get what they want too. And that's not in a egotistical way. This is because we step into our power. Law of attraction, Ralph Smart, law of attraction, we get what we want. So all I would say is step into your power and trust in your intuition. Your intuition is the truth, and I have a good feeling that you know the answer to your question. Okay, what we get? All right, I'm to the bottom now. I think I am. Let me go back up just to make sure I didn't miss anybody's question. So if you didn't put a king sign before your sentence, I might have missed it. Melissa says, no fear, Matt. Burps are that. Hey, Chrissy, I had a blast with y'all too. You can go to La La Land. Ain't gonna be able to sleep because of Liz's sex cards. Yeah, Renee. Yep, I agree. That which you're seeking is seeking you. That's true. Thanks, Jennifer. You're awesome too. And just listen to your intuition. Your intuition will not lead you astray. And if you have any questions, then you just pray to God and ask your angels for confirmation and help. You need to update your WhatsApp so that way you can get the updated emojis. Wonder Twin says, how are you in union with your twin, Matt? I didn't say I was in union. I said that I feel like that I'm in union no matter if I'm with or I'm not, if I'm with her in the 3D or if I'm not with her in the 3D, because I'm always connected with her. Twins, they have a golden cord that connects their hearts together. It's an invisible golden cord. It's a very spiritual connection, which is why you have telepathic ability. That's what I was saying. I think that's what you're referring to. You're welcome, Amy. That's what I'm here for, is to answer your questions. Bye, Butterfly. Thank you for coming to my live event. I really appreciate that. Oh, old phone, that sucks. Yes, Jennifer, spiritual union, that's right. Spiritual union. Love and light to you too, Melissa. You're welcome, Diane. Go to sleep. See if you can sleep tonight. You're welcome, Wonder Twin. Warren says, if you miss your twin in a 3D, does it mean we need more inner work? No, not necessarily. I mean, if you have codependency issues, yeah, but I mean, I'll be honest, I miss my twin. I mean, I think everybody misses their twin. That's natural. But if it's causing you to, stalk their social media all the time or watch tarot card readings 24 hours a day, and you just have unhealthy behaviors, that's when it's a problem. But just missing them is not a problem. That's normal. Lots of love and light to you too, Pointer. Thanks, Canada. You rock too. All y'all rock. It's like that song, for those that are about to rock, we salute you. Oh yeah, Yara, that is true. Union is meant to be both physical and spiritual. That's true. I appreciate everybody being here and sticking with me, even whenever in the beginning when I had the hiccup with my chicken scratch on my freaking pen died and I couldn't read my writing. And I appreciate all the questions, and I appreciate all the donations and the love and support. You guys are awesome, and like I said, I wouldn't want to have a date night with anybody else than, all you divine feminines that are either in your queen energy or are stepping into your queen energy, and maybe some of you are ascending to become empresses. I know, like I talked before, I have some my soul sisters, Stella and Liz. I trust what they say, and I was talking about like how the last Mercury retrograde like knocked me down for 2 weeks, and even the littlest task just seemed like it was a huge task, and I couldn't. That's why I didn't put out videos for 2 weeks, because I just didn't have the energy, and the divine doesn't like me to put out videos when I'm not energetically available, or I'm in low vibration. I don't just put videos out to put them out. I put them out whenever I'm in my energy and able to do it with intent and passion. And I wasn't then. And but what happened was we went through a developing process where we were, at least I was, really highly upgraded, and then what was I gonna say? And basically now I'm ascending into my emperor energy. So let me see if I missed any questions. Shelly, you good with a chicken scratch? I bet you couldn't read my writing. Mine's probably worse than a doctor's writings, because whenever I, especially whenever I'm channeling messages, I just write as fast as I can, or so I'll lose it. Let's see here. One says, "Were you in the army, Matt?" No, I wasn't in the army. And I'm glad I salute your father, since he's Army. I'm glad, Megan, I'm glad that we're raising your vibration. That's what the soul family is for, because the soul tribe has soul power. And that's what we're here for. You're awesome too, Rachel. And you, Stella. And everybody here. Y'all are all awesome. Melissa says, "Hope your DF appreciates you, because if not, another will." Like, like I said, I'm good if she's with me, and I'm just as good if she's not. A king and queen are of the abundant mentality. Man, they have like people throwing themselves at kings and queens. I mean, you just gotta think about it. I mean, you don't really have to go far if you're a king or queen to find somebody that wants to fill in as being either the opposite. A queen if you're a king, and a king if you're a queen. Shelly says, is anyone else experiencing physical symptoms? I've had an odd headache all day. Could be the DM or Mercury retrograde. I felt. Actually, Shelly, I think we're in Mars retrograde. I believe the Mars retrograde, I believe, goes from like I said earlier, a day or two ago to it goes to October, and so that might be the cause of it. You're welcome, Starry. You're welcome, Bright Sunshine. You're welcome, Jamie. Thank you for your service, Nanette. Anna asked, did you have to do ego healing? What do you mean by, I'm not sure, I never heard that term before, ego healing. I had to not think with my ego, if that's what you're asking. I instead of using my ego, I use my intuition. Because the way I look at it is like, is your ego is like the little devil on your shoulder, and your intuition is the little angel on your shoulder. And you gotta listen. You know, you're listening to one or the other. You can either be drawn to listening to the devil, or you can listen, or the angel's like the Stokes dragon. If you follow Liz, the Stokes dragon is the angel, and the devil is the devil. I don't know. I don't have anything else to put it. But anyway, so I listen to the intuition. Yara says, can you answer the difference between queen and empress? Yeah, so, and correct me if I'm wrong, divine feminines, because I'm sure you guys probably know this more than me. But anyway, so, you know, you go from being a princess to being a queen, and then from a queen to being an empress. And an empress is the highest level, like you know, you have complete control over your emotions. You have, I mean, and you embody unconditional love. You have a direct connection with the divine and your angels. And whenever you walk into a room, you light that room up. Like your presence, without you saying anything, lights the room up and instantly raises the vibration. I'm sure somebody else will probably chime in on that one. Okay. Let me see. Let me check. All right, let's see here. Yep, ego blocks unconditional love. True, because it's the devil. The devil darkness doesn't want the light to come on. I mean, just think about that. Gemini Moon says, do they see the same signs? I'm thinking you're asking, does the divine masculine and feminine see the same signs? I mean, they get signs. I can't say that they're exact same signs, but I mean, they get signs, yes. If you want to ask that in like a different way or more in depth, then I'll answer it. You guys are funny. Yeah, ego death and retrograde is a double whammy. Yeah, because the retrogrades can actually help with their awakening process, and honestly, it can be the start also of their dark night of the soul. I mean, these are huge events, but huge amount of energy. Just like I said, how, during the Mercury retrograde, I was down for 2 weeks, felt like an 80-year-old. And when I do like small things like just cooking, I felt so tired and I was like, what is going on here? Let me see here. Pointer says, balancing between 3D and 5D is tough, Matt, ain't it? ESP when both twins are in karmic relations with kids. No, I don't know. I don't really feel that balancing is, I mean, for me, I don't feel like it's that big of a deal because, I feel like that whenever I'm communicating with my twin, I'm communicating with her higher self. And I feel like that, that her higher self and lower self are not in tune with each other. So no, I don't feel that way, but I mean, I'm not saying that other people don't feel that way. And I mean, yeah, I mean, I don't know about, even if you're in karmic relations, no matter if you have kids or not, if you're both in karmic relations, you'll probably still have dreams and you'll still think about them and you probably will still have telepathic communication. Janae says, do the DMs see the same types of signs of synchronicities as we do? Yeah, so I've answered this one several times, but they do get signs of synchronicities, but as far as getting the same exact ones, I can't say that because I don't have any experience as far as like whether you get the same ones or not, same exact ones, but I mean, you probably get similar ones, and then it's up to how consciously aware you are, whether or not you actually receive them and understand what they are. Candace, there's a YouTube channel with T. Taylor. She says Crystalline Network channel documents crystalline. I'll have to look that up. I don't know anything about that. Hi, Kate. Jamie says her DM will see signs and he'll tell her about it. And I know it's a sign, but he doesn't. Well, I mean, he's aware that it's something, so I mean, he's eventually going to figure it out. Shelly says her DMs ran 3 times. We weren't ready for each other. Yeah, that happens a lot. I know that from experience. I think my divine feminine embodied a lot of the masculine energy. Juniper. So Rachel says, how does one deal with they find out their DM has entered a new relationship? Well, honestly, I would say that, if you are stepping into your power as a queen and you're fulfilling, you're serving and not swerving, you are focused on yourself, your peace, love, happiness, your personal development, your personal healing, and becoming the best version of yourself and fulfilling your life mission, your soul mission. And once you're concentrating on all of that, I mean, you kind of lose track of, at least the way I feel like I lost track of like really anything to do with my divine feminine. So, I mean, it's I'm not saying it's an easy process at all, but you just got to think about this. I mean, entering a new relationship. So they enter a new relationship. It's the same thing with like them posting stuff on Facebook. Um, you know, perceptionally, okay, they're in a relationship, but how good is that relationship really? And, you know, what's to say that that relationship is not supposed to teach them some lessons? More than likely, it's supposed to teach them some lessons. I mean, because if you're divine master or you're masculine, you obviously you're masculine because you're not very divine. Your masculine is um, has not stepped into his king energy. Well, he's still pretty low vibrational. So I mean, when he gets into a uh, a new relationship, I mean, you know, what they say, birds of a feather flock together. I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, you attract what energy you put out, right? Stai says, what if you aren't experiencing telepathic communication? Does that mean the DM is fighting the connection? Um, I mean, if you're not experiencing telepathic communication, then I mean, because more than likely you're not communicating with their 3D self. You're communicating with their higher self. So, I mean, if I was you, I would pray. I'd pray to the divine to allow Archangel Michael to basically remove any blockages that are between the two of you, and that's hindering any source of communication through the 5D. And I would call on Archangel Raphael to offer healing of the connection, healing of his heart space, and personal healing, you know, because he's probably got a lot of personal healing he needs to do, you know. So Archangel Raphael is a master healer. There's not any job that is too big or too small for him. And if you ask for help, that he will deliver. Archangel Raphael is a sign to me, and part of my life purpose is healing others, and that's what I'm doing, healing others through a distance. y'all are like all emoji and out. Who's slapping himself in the face? Shelly, you slapping yourself in the face? Thanks, partner. Yeah, Rachel and Liz is awesome. I'm glad we have a great soul tribe. David says he doesn't deserve me. Oh my God. You guys are cracking me up. Yeah, y'all, I agree. DM is in a relationship, backed out, don't mess with other people's relationships. I mean, I look at that like social media. I'm like, I really don't care. You know why? Because I'm a king. I mean, if you want the, I don't care the status of a person, whether, you know, what kind of job they got or anything. Low vibrational is low vibrational. I mean, you can either have a king, or you can have a joker that's got, you know, got this mirage going on that's totally fake. I really don't care because I'm a king and I'm gonna get what I want. And that's kind of the way you guys, you know, queens need to think too. I mean, you know, it's like tis tis, you know. Oh my God, tis tis. Amy, thanks. I try to be a great DM, but you know, I have my moderator to keep me in check. You know, like Liz, like bringing out the whips and threatening to put me in timeout. Oh my God. What the heck? What the? Where we at? Where we at? Gemini, Queen of Swords, Wands, Cups, Empress is pregnant with a new star. Oh my God. Geminis are, man, I'll tell you what, Geminis, they are, I will say that Geminis are the original. I feel that Geminis are, you don't mess with Geminis. Geminis are the original Queen of Swords, in my opinion. Shelly, you're welcome for the DM perspective. I'm glad you're enjoying my video. I'm glad hopefully this resonated. Hopefully I didn't jack it up too much. Tips. Oh my God. You should just put them in like a maid outfit and make them go around clean your. Oh my God. See, y'all are getting me like. Oh my God. Yara says you don't understand what separation is. It usually long for most. How is separation for almost a week? Oh, a week is like, I'm like in like 17 months, I think. I mean, I haven't really officially counted, but I think I'm like right around there. And I mean, separation lasts different amount of time depending on your journey, your story. Everybody's is unique and different. And it depends on how fast the twins learn. I mean, that's why I said, you know, you're helping divine timing by working on yourself, you know, because you have to get in that 80-90%, you know, range. And you know, if you're both going to cocoons and one caterpillar is done work faster than the other and comes out as a butterfly, well, they can't be together if one's flying around while the other one's still in a cocoon. I mean, if you get my drift. Let's see here. Yeah, Stella, you are my hype girl. Hopefully you ain't dropping your mics too much, Stella. Thanks, Rachel. I really appreciate your help moderating, and I'm glad this was informative. You probably learned about some things you probably didn't even care to learn about. Divine Rainbow says, "What if this whole journey is just mind's creation?" Well, Divine Rainbow, I would just say listen to your intuition and do what's best for you. I mean, part of it is believing, and if you don't believe, then I mean, I guess you're kind of forming your own path as you go. You, you needed this tonight. Why, Rachel? You needed my stream tonight. Well, why'd you need mine if Liz is the one that's bringing out the sex cards? I mean, I figured you guys would need her channel more than you need my channel or my live event. Anna says her DM's an Aquarius and is very King of Swords and not in a good way. Well, you know, he's air energy, and air energy, a lot of times they embody the King or Queen of Swords. And he says he needs an ego death. Yeah, I can relate to that. Not for my own self, but anyway. Yeah, hopefully he can listen to his intuition because right now his ego is probably suppressing his intuition. Yeah, that's all right, Rachel. You have a lot of work. I mean, we all got a lot of work to do. I have a lot of work to do still. I mean, you know, honestly, I still have things to work on, like patience when I'm driving, because I can't stand whenever I get people texting on their phones and people that don't know how to drive, and I'm like, man, I get in the car, I want to go to point A to point B. You know what I mean? Uh, Yara says I might end up in separation after I talk about not accepting peanuts. Yeah, man, don't be accepting those peanuts. You need to go tell him to go back where he came from. If he's giving you peanuts, maybe when he brings peanuts, you give him some salt and say, "Hey, I want these come back salted." I love to learn too, Juniper, Rachel. What sign are you anyway? What kind of astrological sign are you? Oh, I appreciate that. Hearing from a, honestly, you probably already knew all the answers inside of yourself. So, Divine Rainbow says, uh, why, why can't we believe in relationships that are here and now? Why can't two people find each other and evolve together? How does your intuition agree to be away from someone you love? Hey, I'm gonna connect my charger because I was being responsible because I learned from Liz how to be responsible. All right. Um, well, Divine Rainbow, as you know, it's about learning about the journey. And so the journey is not just the love story. The journey is about helping humanity and evolving yourself, which is why I keep on telling you about being deliberately developing yourself, personal personal improvement, healing, doing your personal healing, um, and basically stepping into your power and becoming the best version of yourself. So separation triggers that, or should trigger that, where you're consistently looking within and not looking outward. Which, when we're looking outward, we're either deflecting, deflecting, saying that all the things that your divine counterpart did wrong and why the relationship didn't work, and that's kind of like your ego talking, and also either stalking them or seeing what they're doing or whatever it may be. Um, so, basically, bottom line is this, uh, once you actually come into your power, then you start understanding more about the journey. I mean, at least that's the way I feel. Wonder Twins, peanuts equal crumbs. Oh. Amy says, if you don't dream about your DM, what does that mean? Doesn't mean anything. I mean, some people dream about, obviously, if you're dreaming about your DM, then they're probably thinking about you or thought about you or dreaming about you. Um, but you know, for instance, you know, I had a dream. I don't remember, a week or two ago. I didn't dream about my divine feminine. I dreamed about her dog. I don't know if that's a sign that I care more about the dog or what, but anyway, and I'm just joking too. So, oh my god. Wild Twin says Leo DF Cancer DM. Wow. Yeah, I'm Cancer Sun. I'm a Cancer Sun, Scorpio Moon, and Leo Rising. So I have a lot of passion. I have a lot. I have a lot of Geminis here. Right, Sunshine, you're a Gemini. Let's see, Juniper, you're a Scorpio. I'll tell you one thing: don't mess with Scorpios, because I mean they'll cut you off. I mean once you f them over, man, you know you better just run for your life. Gemini is the same way. Gemini will cut your ass with and with the Queen of Swords. Sorry for my language. Yeah, Scorpio, a lot of Scorpios, Geminis. Megan's a Libra. Jamie's a Libra. Um, of course, Gemini Moon. I figured you were a Gemini Moon. Wow, you're a double Gemini. Wow. And your DM is a Gemini. Wow, that's, man. Y'all probably do a lot of sword fighting, don't you? We got a Sag in the room. Shelly's a Sag. DM's a Taurus. Madonna, both Leos. A lot of leadership there. Amy, fire signs. Candace, Aquarius. I knew you. I had a feeling that you were an air sign, Candace. um, yep, that's right. That's right. The Scorpios will cut you. Scorpios and Geminis, man. Don't mess with Scorpios and Geminis. Yeah, you you don't mess with Scorpios, Candace. I'm telling you right now. Emily says hers a Taurus and a DM. She's a Taurus and DM's a Gemini. VS says Scorpio and Mars makes for a shark Queen of Swords. Oh man. All right. Well, I think I'm getting to the end of my my time on here. I appreciate everybody's love and light, like I've said. Wow, your soulmate was a Scorpio too. That's cool. Yeah, time to say goodbye. Yeah, what's that song? Closing time. What's that? Sing it, Stella. Or you know the words. Closing time. You're welcome, Alan. Much love and light to you, and good luck on your journey. You're welcome, Yar. You're welcome, Madonna. You all are welcome. I really appreciate y'all, your love and light and support. I, I can't show my appreciation enough, especially in words. You're welcome, Jennifer. I'm all about joking around. Sometimes I'm serious, depending on the message that I need to deliver. But for the most part, I love to laugh. Yeah. Good night, my soul tribe. I hope y'all sleep well. Peace and light to you, Renee, and you're very welcome. Good night, Wonder Twins. You're welcome, Tess, and good night to you. And you're welcome, Jamie. Good night, Shannon, and you're welcome. You're welcome, Starry and Emily. Oh, well, I hope you have a great day, Purna. Good night, Anna. You're welcome, Bright Sunshine. Good night, Patricia. You're very welcome, Heather. Yeah, we might have a date next Friday. We'll have to see. We'll have to play it by ear. I'm not sure. I, I, I just, I do things sometimes randomly through my intuition. I can't guarantee you I'll have one next week. I hope y'all sleep well. And like I said, I really appreciate the love and light and support. And hopefully, you guys, on a serious note, think about the message that I delivered in the beginning about vulnerability. And, you being in the Queen of Swords is not a good energy, no matter what some people might want to say. It's kind of like not forgiving people. People say, well, why should I forgive them? Well, you're not forgiving them, you're forgiving them for yourself. And it's about your own personal healing and development and being in the light at all times, no matter what. Good night, Jennifer. All right, y'all. I'm going to talk to you guys later. I appreciate it. Y'all have a good night and a good rest of your weekend. All right?